We look at things in our life, and when I teach my class, I tell the kids that when you're 12 and 13 years old, you cannot wait until you get a driver's license. And then all of a sudden you get a driver's license, and the next thing you know, you're out of high school. Pretty soon, you're out of college, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be 35. And then all of a sudden you'll be 50 and you'll think, golly, where'd it go? I am the owner of Steve's Transmission, and I opened the business almost 35 years ago. I'm the mayor of Dean, Texas, and I'm the interim youth leader at the First Baptist Church of Dean. My passion is cars. I love to go fast. One of the main reasons that I want to sell the shop or close the shop down is you will kind of get your eyes opened up whenever you find out that you have a cancer or have an illness. And I developed a prostate cancer in November of last year, and I just decided that I don't want to just continue to working until one day I can't work anymore. I grew up on a dairy farm, and I didn't want to milk cows. I told my dad at 12 years old I wasn't going to milk cows when I got older. I always liked working on vehicles. So at 16, when I did my first transmission, I bought this car, and of course I was always liked to go fast, and I tore the transmission up in the car. So I got a hold of a friend of mine, and he happened to have a car the same year model. So I bought that car from him for $25, and I started taking it apart and seeing how everything went. Then I started taking the transmission out of my car and changed that one and put it in there. Then it just progressed from that point to where I was rebuilding several different kinds of transmissions. I bought this place. I actually went out and handed out cards to a lot of car dealerships. And it took about 3 years to get really established well, and that people knew that I was going to be here and I was here for the long haul. Do I need more advertisement? I mean, these people don't believe it. You know, I tell the Google people before, if you're really with Google, go on a live shot right now. See how many cars are in my parking lot and see if you think I really need Google. I don't need Google. I don't need Yelp. Just crazy. I've always had a need for speed.
The cars are his life. The cars, the need for speed, that is just him.
I have lots of toys. There's a 1933 Dodge Brothers, 2005 Corvette, is a 2011 Challenger, 1970 Chevelle Super Sport, CUDA, 2016 Hellcat. A lot of people will buy a collector's car and they'll never ever have fun with it. I cannot understand that at all. All of my cars have been driven over 170 miles an hour.
We probably know every highway patrol around here. He generally will get a warning because he's not safe. He just likes to go fast.
So I'm going to have fun with my cars.
And he loves to race.
I first started racing in about 1979 after I moved to Wichita Falls.
At one time we were partners in a car. He pretty much did all the driving because, I mean, he likes to go fast, and I don't have any need to go that fast.
I've won lots of different awards with racing, and I won money or trophies.
He does whatever he can to race, but he always puts his family first. Steve actually has 4 children. He had 5, and his oldest daughter has 5 children. And then he has the grandson that lives here and a year-old grandson that lives in Forney, Texas. I have 1 daughter who has 1 son. So we have a big group, and if we ever get them all together, it's a lot of fun.
Steve does a lot of things for his family, a lot more than some people would do. After the children were born, he was the hands-on, go to the ball games dad.
And the racing just took a back seat. It just wasn't as important.
Dad was always coaching t-ball and then eventually fast pitch softball. My sister was first, obviously, and then he kind of just continued that with me, and my brother just kind of tagged along. We always had go-karts and four-wheelers and motorcycles. He just wanted us to have fun. He wanted us to live life full of adventures and just wanted to provide for us.
The shop has just been the greatest thing for my family and raising my family. My children got out of college without any college debt, so I think that's a pretty good thing for them. So has provided for me very, very well. I did have each one of my children during a summer come out and learn how to assemble transmissions and stick their fingers in the grease and do things like that. I don't think they ever had any desire to take over the shop and operate it in that fashion. But the boy that I had that was killed in an accident probably would have taken over the shop.
You should never have to bury your own child.
I don't visit the gravesite very much, but I did happen to one day on the motorcycle. It was very tough still for me to go there. The JCs were getting ready for the big chili cook-off, and they put a cable up, and they didn't flag the cable. And the electric company left the gate open that they weren't supposed to leave open. And him, 5.5 years old, was riding a three-wheeler. He knew he wasn't supposed to come over here without me, but he was riding a three-wheeler and the gate was open. Temptation was there, and he hit that cable that wasn't marked and it broke his neck. Yeah, it was really.
I still remember the phone call of what happened. It was just so heart-wrenching. I know it's been a struggle for Steve because you have to feel like, oh, God took my son away. But God also provided a way for him to reconnect with his son. And he came back to the church and became active in the church, and he wants to be a good person and Christian so that he will have that opportunity to see his son.
Sometimes we're not ready for what happens, and we don't quite understand it. But how you handle that is going to be based upon how well you know and accept how God is working. We don't have all the answers. We have to be prepared. Your life can change in the blink of an eye.
The day before he got killed, we were all out riding three-wheelers and ATVs and stuff on the river all day. And Jody really enjoyed riding and having a good time.
The day that all that happened, Jody called me up and said he was upset because this bully threw his picture out the window. And I told Jody that he'll have a lot more time to draw more pictures.
Racing, I kind of drug him back into it. Now, he kind of took it in a new direction when he started with pursuing with the street outlaws and doing some of that racing that I'd never been involved in. And he found that car, and I thought he was kidding, and then 2 weeks later we're in Waco buying a race car. And
I don't have anything that goes as fast as the Blue Nightmare, and I would not ride in there with him for anything.
The car was not what it is now. First time out, it didn't do hardly anything. It just didn't run at all. So he's put a lot of time and effort and money. I call it the Blue Nightmare because it's a nightmare to his retirement account. But really, you know, Steve works so hard. What he puts into that car, it's just his outlet to have fun.
The Blue Nightmare, as far as a car, It's extremely fast and extremely loud, but I've never raced against it.
The shock of, yes, you do have cancer, and here's your options for your cancer. It's like kind of being hit upside the head. It kind of wakes you up and says, wow, you know. We always think that we're invincible or that nothing's going to happen to us, and that, you know. But the truth of the matter is, we're all going to die at some time or another.
He got diagnosed with prostate cancer about a year ago.
We caught it at an early stage, so we jumped on the treatment. The seed implants were put in, and then also you take hormone treatments. So now I understand how women go through hot flashes. And then we did 24 of the beam radiation treatments. I was just glad when all the treatments were over and everything else, and now every 6 months we have to go back for doctor's visits and tests and everything like that.
He is healthy now, everything is good. If he can stop burning himself, he can then enjoy traveling with Kelly and just having fun exploring the world and seeing things. They have all the toys that they need to go do it. So I'm just like, Dad, just go have fun.
The shop means basically, other than God, family, and the church, it means everything to me. I'm just getting where I want to go do some other things. If the shop doesn't sell, the plan is to still retire, probably within a year anyway. I would say at the most.
Growing up, I don't think anybody thought that he would turn out to own the transmission shop and everything like he does now. You know, we just figured he'd be working for somebody else.
I am so proud of Steve and all the work he's accomplished out here. You know, racing's a fun part. I'm proud of what he does in racing, but more proud of just the man he is.
I don't think my car collection means to me as much as what a lot of other people think it means to me. Life, family, children mean a whole lot more to me than a car collection. They're just things.